When you think of the RTX 5060, you probably think a solid $800, $1,000 build. Well, today, we're going to be doing that for a lot less.
For $600, we have what we think is the cheapest RTX 5060 PC that can actually game. And our friends at AliExpress were nice enough to sponsor this video, so you guys can save even more money on the CPU, motherboard, RAM combo we use for this build. And we're gonna tell you more about those deals you can take advantage of today. Thanks to AliExpress for sponsoring this PC build. They are currently running their Double 11 sale, where you can get the best prices of the year on AliExpress, up to 90% off site-wide from November 11th to November 19th. We picked out a few of the tech products you can get on sale today that we think you guys will love. Firstly, we have this Arzopa 16.1-inch IPS portable monitor, which is a 1080p 60Hz display with a built-in kickstand to offer extra productivity space while on the go. If you travel a lot, a portable monitor is essential for your productivity. Are you looking for a gaming keyboard that stands out from the crowd? This Unzi X71 fully transparent mechanical keyboard is definitely an eye-catcher, with a 68% layout, crystal switches that are hot swappable, and along with wireless functionality over Bluetooth or the included 2.4 GHz dongle. And did I mention it's fully transparent? Let's take a quick listen to this keyboard. We also had this excellent value gaming controller from GameSir, the wireless Nova Lite with Hall effect joysticks and support for a wide range of devices. This is a must pick up today in a wide range of different colors. Lastly, for those gamers who want retro classics in their pocket, the Retroid Pocket Flip 2 is perfect with a clamshell design, Android OS, and an easy to use interface out of the box supporting a wide range of different emulators. This is peak retro handheld gaming for you nostalgic consumers. To learn more about all these sales and to use our discount codes, check the links in the description down below. And big thanks again to AliExpress for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to building the cheapest 5060 gaming PC. Shout out again to AliExpress for sponsoring this video. We'll talk about this build that we put together, again a little under $600 for this 5060 PC, and then we're going to dive into testing to show you guys its limitations and what it's really good at.
So to kick this off, of course, we got the AliExpress combo special. So the price is subject to change, but we ended up paying $133 for our combo, and we got a Ryzen 5 3600 6-core 12-thread, which actually technically has Gen 4 support, but the motherboard they include does not have Gen 4 support, and that's all good. That was a Killstreak A520. That is a micro ATX board, and it's $0 because it's included in the combo. There's no Wi-Fi. It is like a no-name brand board, but honestly, we've had really good luck with these. Whenever we buy like these combos, the boards usually last a really long time. Now, like I said, the Ryzen 3600 is Gen 4 capable, but the motherboard is actually Gen 3 only for the PCIe and the M.2. So you don't really need to go out of your way to buy like a Gen 4 NVMe, and you can kind of put any card you want with it as long as you're okay with some bandwidth limitations. It only has a single 8-pin, which honestly I say only is fine. Now, since it only has 2 RAM slots, the RAM's included, and we don't have to worry about having too much. So 16 gigs of, Jonah has informed me, it's Clizzer. I'm probably still gonna say Killstreak. I don't know why we call it that, but Clizzer. I don't like saying that, it's like lizard. It's 2133 megahertz DDR4, and honestly, it's dual channel. It's all we can really ask for with an older part selection like this. It's gonna be just fine. And I'm excited to see how this stuff does with the 5060, because a lot of people probably think it's a Gen 5 GPU, so it has to be paired with the latest and greatest technology, but that may not be the case. Now for the cooler, we did not buy a extra nice cooler. We just bought a basic stock cooler. You can get it for like 10 bucks on eBay. But I will say on AliExpress, they do actually have some aftermarket coolers, and you can also check out some other websites. There's really good like 120 mil coolers that are like 18 bucks out there. Now for storage, we got the KingSpec 1TB NVMe Gen 3 SSD. You can definitely get these on AliExpress. You can also get them from other places as well, and we paid, it looks like, $54 for ours. Those are the ones that have not gone up substantially yet, but they have gone up because Gen 3 and Gen 4 is getting more expensive, just like RAM.
Now for the graphics card, again, we have a PNY RTX 5060 with its 8 gigs of VRAM. Now, the one thing about the 5060 that is interesting in this build, it is a Gen 5 GPU, as Jackson mentioned. That's a limitation we're gonna have to look at with the motherboard, but it's a Gen 5 by 8 graphics card. So we're not gonna get PCI 3.0 by 16. We're gonna get PCI 3.0 by 8, which will be interesting to see in benchmark if that really even matters. From our testing in the past, these GPUs tend to do really well even with this bandwidth limitation, but it's gonna be interesting to see, should we stretch to 1440p to really try to limit that CPU bottleneck? Should we go 1080p? We'll do a mixture of benchmarks in this video to see if this cheap combo is worth it for a 5060. And of course, the average price of a 5060 around $299 $49. So as long as you're getting one at that price point, or a little bit less if you want to go on the used market, you're getting a good deal. For the power supply, we've got the Rosewill VSB 650 watt 80 plus bronze power supply. We paid $49 for it. Again, this is kind of our go-to power supply we like to use for budget builds. It's rated on the tier list very well. It is 650 watts, which is plenty for this PC build, and it comes with an ATX 3.1 connector, which allows you to upgrade to a higher end GPU if you want to in the future. You could plop in something in the system if you want. I would say I wouldn't really recommend it for this configuration because 5060 probably as high as I would go on the Nvidia ladder for the 3600, but it is an option with this power supply, and yeah, it's a nice power supply to use for this build. And lastly, when we're doing a budget build, it has to be Okinos. Toasty Bros Okinos budget builds, we all just go together and we're just happy. It's just what happens here. And this is the Aqua 3 Air, which doesn't have any RGB, but it's $50, comes with 3 fans pre-installed, it's micro ATX, and it's super easy to build in. It has that fish tank design that you all know and love. Again, you can go with a ton of different micro ATX case options if you want to, but I love the Aqua 3. We love building in it. It's very easy to build in, very awesome case for the price. And again, we're a little under $600 for this PC. Very easy to put together, and using those AliExpress deals with the CPU, motherboard, RAM combo, and even storage if you want to, you can get good price performance here. But are we making too many sacrifices? Let's run through a bunch of benchmarks and find out.
Alright guys, we are playing Marvel Rivals, and we're currently running 1080p. We got DLSS set to quality, so we're running a little bit of upscaling, but we're not doing any of that frame gen, so no AI needed at the moment. Running medium preset, and of course this game does have, is it fully forced or can you turn it off now?
You can turn it off now,
okay.
So you can turn it off.
Semi-forced.
So it has
it's
like,
really forced.
It's not really even forced. I think there is still some game engine ray tracing. You guys can let me know down below. Even if you turn it off, I still think there is some going on. But anyways, the reason I test this game, well, one, I was going to test Battlefield 6. We will still test that, but I literally launched it for Jackson, and it said there was game corrupted files. I don't know what's going on with Battlefield 6, but we'll get that towards the end. But I just want to run this one because, again, requires some ray tracing, a little bit more of a modern title, and I wanted to see how it works or doesn't work with the 3600 being an older CPU and that Gen 3 limitation.
Yeah, at least the GPU is doing all the ray tracing aspects. Say if it relied on our CPU, we might not be looking very good.
Yeah, no. 3600 still is probably, at this point, if we're talking like old gen CPUs, probably the lowest I'd recommend anyone go anymore. Second gen, not very great. We do it for budget build challenges, but the 3600 still has a place depending on the board you get. And as we talked about at the beginning of the video, I highly recommend if you're shopping on AliExpress to try to find a combo with a B450 because you do get Gen 4 support, and that will help you out long term with a little more support and maybe even a little bit of an upgrade path.
Yes. Yes!
But he got a KO.
KO! Look at that.
Maybe. It'll be.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I suck. Oh my gosh, so many ults happening. Say it for our AliExpress stuff's holding up well.
This ain't bad.
I feel like when it comes to boards, we really don't, and like the RAM, it's always been solid. Like I'm thinking about all the Xeon combos even back in the day, in which I would argue those are even a lot cheaper.
Video sponsored or not, normally when you get stuff from AliExpress, it either works or it doesn't. So once it works, and there's a pretty high success rate of everything just working. I mean, it's probably on par, if not above average, compared to just buying PC parts in general.
The only part we ever really worry about is GPUs.
Yes, but these combos, if you can get a good deal on them during the sale they're running right now, you can actually get good price to performance most of the time. You just gotta be a little patient sometimes when they take a little bit to show up. We better get a dub here.
We better get an easy dub. These guys are getting rolled.
Because I don't know how much longer they can offer this combo at the price they're offering it with RAM pricing.
Yeah, that's very true. I wonder if they're getting hit by it as bad with like DDR4 RAM like that, where it's like off-brand.
Yeah.
All right, smart.
No!
No, this feels messed up.
Oh, well, that's that.
Ow. Not my fault, but yeah, the game ran really well, actually. The 50 series is working great, actually, even in Gen 3.
Let's try Ark Raiders. Okay guys, we're in the new game Ark Raiders, which is a good example of a game that's actually pretty well optimized. So we're currently on 1080p. We actually have DLSS set to auto, which I'm assuming is just gonna auto adjust based on what we need. I'll leave that on because might as well. And transformer is for DLSS 4. I could do transformer model actually, because I have a 50 series GPU. Might as well, transformer, yeah. We have dynamic global illumination. We have RT on right now. We're running high settings at 1080p, and I mean,
good Unreal Engine 5.
Did you know this was possible on Unreal Engine 5? I mean, I am in a spot where there's just like not a lot happening, but you know, it's running. And I will say this is not my type of game, but I'm going to use it for benchmarking purposes, because why not? I like looting, though. Let's loot. What do we got?
He's a wall.
Oh! Oh, he sent off a flare. That's not a good sign. Y'all let me know down below with this game out if there's a specific spot you want to see us benchmark in the future, so we can show you guys this game and more testing, as long as it stays popular, obviously. You know, we're trying our best here. Is there some money? Just metal parts. I mean, this game is where I'm at right now. It is very dark, so I can't really say one way or another how great this game looks, but it looks pretty good.
I think it's pretty good, yeah.
It ain't bad.
This kind of reminds me of like Fallout and like Half-Life for some reason.
It kind of gives those vibes. I can see it. Don't you love? There's like certain things in games that, as a gamer, you just know that you're supposed to vault that.
Mm-hmm. It's like riding a bike.
It's like riding a bike. All right, so I think they're going to come running at me while I'm trying to extract. But then that should be the end of the tutorial, and then I'll show you guys, well, in the next benchmark run, what you can do on this game in the future. Obviously, our 3600 is not holding us back at all in this game. Running really, really well. Bye-bye. Shut the doors! I'm hacking! Executing hacks.
Hacking the mainframe.
I'm hacking the mainframe. Shutting the doors. Yeah, haha! I did it! Hey, that game ran great. I'm gonna try to re-verify the files for Battlefield 6. I don't know what's going on with that. We'll run that again and we'll talk about that during the outro, include that into the benchmarks. But hey, in terms of our Let's Play style benchmarks, looking pretty good. Let's wrap this video up.
All right, ladies and gents, we are playing Battlefield 6. We finally got it working. We had to verify some Steam files, but we're in the game. And let me show you guys what settings we're running, because this game, there's so many settings to change. It's hard to say like what the right ones are for your setup. It just depends on how you want the game to look and how many FPS you want. So we're running a medium graphics quality, and the only reason it says custom is because we do have DLSS on set to balance, but no frame gen. So the 5060, I will say, great card for frame gen. I'm trying to think because I don't know exactly what kind of FPS we should be getting normally on a 5060. We'd have to look back at old benchmarks, but I feel like this seems about right for medium settings. We can probably see if we can, oh my gosh, there's a lot of people. Wow, I just got mowed down. We can probably see if we can get a little more FPS by maybe trying frame gen or maybe some lower settings. Yeah, I do have to wonder if maybe there is any type of like limitations here. I feel like the latency could be a little bit better. We'll give it one more life, and then I'm gonna try to change some settings to like what I would call like, I don't know, maybe pro settings, maybe go like low settings and maybe even have like some frame gen or something on, just to try to get like the most FPS. I guess that wouldn't be pro settings, but yeah, you get the idea. Quit it, no helpy. No helpy, no helpy. Oh gosh, he helpied and I missed my shot, I suck. Let's change settings. Let's just try to do like let's do a preset. So let's just do auto performance. I don't really know exactly. Let's do it auto performance. So, I mean, surprisingly, it doesn't run much worse for this being like kind of ultra settings. It looks pretty good, but that's not what I was going for. So I'm upset that I have an LMG now. All right, so now we're gonna try low. To keep DLSS, let's put DLSS to ultra performance. So low settings, ultra performance, no frame gen, and we now have VSync on it. I was supposed to say, this game feels weird with VSync on it. Everything feels incredibly delayed. Our monitor is set to 60 hertz, so maybe that's why. All right, now that we have VSync off, I will say, this game just, it's optimized well. I mean, in a way that me playing on low settings and the game looks like crap, it's not really running any better. Like, I would rather just get much better graphics quality and run like medium settings. Okay, last thing we're gonna do, let's do something that makes a little more sense. Let's do medium again, but now what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on, let's go DLSS performance, and let's do multi-frame gen. 2 times would be plenty, I think. Let's make sure that this didn't turn back on. Hey, now, also the game doesn't look amazing because we are running DLSS set to performance now, so we're getting a little bit of like the Vaseline effect, also frame gen. This feels a lot smoother, right? Now, don't pay attention a ton to the response time, like the latency, because it's not accurate really. That's what frame gen does, sadly. It kind of makes the performance stats a little bit off. But if you notice though, I'm not like incredibly behind. I'm not delayed to a point that like I couldn't use frame gen in a competitive sense. I definitely can. Now I will say, if you're like a pro competitive player, you're probably going to be running some nicer hardware, so you don't need to be using frame gen. You're probably not playing games like this either. Oh, that guy knew exactly where I was. But hey, frame gen, we got some really good FPS. That is where that nice modern touch of technology comes in. You know, I wouldn't pair a 5060 with a 3600 normally, but if you like the idea of frame gen, DLSS, it is one of the better pairings to go with. So let's go ahead and wrap up this video. Well guys, we just got done benchmarking some games on our cheapest 5060 build, and I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. I was worried going into this that 3600 was gonna kind of show its age, especially with that A520M, but Nvidia's done a pretty good job at making even these Gen 5 GPUs pretty backwards compatible with older generations of sockets.
And of course, the other benchmarks we ran do show the same results, and again, they were pretty solid. Those benchmarks are CS2 1080p low, we got a 305 FPS average with a 1% low of 141.0, Cyberpunk at 1440p, we tried some 1440p gaming here with DLSS set to balance. The 5060 really stretches legs with a 99 FPS average, a minimum of 73, and a max of 121.
And for 3D Mark, we got a score of 11,983, which is a 5 cents per point score, so that's actually really good. We didn't have any major bottlenecks that caused the score to go down. The games ran really well. The airflow was good. The only thing would be just maybe get yourself a tower cooler, because we did see, what, 94C
yes,
on our 3600, which is doable, but if you're running that like long term, you might not get the longest life out of it.
So just spend the extra $5 to $6 that we didn't spend to try to keep this right at $600 to make it a better build, but use those links down below. They're affiliate links and they will help us out. Shout out again to AliExpress for sponsoring this video. If you do want a CPU, motherboard, RAM combo, or any of the tech we feature in this video, those links down below will help you out.
And as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also twitch.tv/ToastyBros. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
PCBros.tech, where you can buy this gaming PC.
I mean, he said what he needed to be said. And the holidays are coming up, guys, so cash in on some savings at PC Bros. Always go to the website to get up to date on all information on sales we're currently running. And, well, if you don't see any sales, use code ToastyBros on checkout. You will save 3% of your next purchase. See you guys later. Goodbye.